Welcome. Yeah, okay, so I've got this on, okay? Let me take it off. It's just a memory of COVID, you know? It will go. It definitely has to go. So this is just to put it on record that, well, there was once COVID, you know? That we were all like this. Do you get me? That was just fun. You see, there is how I do my property development appraisals. I'm a real estate developer. That's my forte. Of course, I'm a YouTuber, but then I'm a real estate developer. That is really what I do for a living, okay? And that is how I just appraise my development. Rule of thumb, standing up and doing it fast before I go onto the spreadsheets and do all the findings and all of that. I can just, and that's what I want to share with you today. My rule of thumb formula for appraising my development project. Whether I want to decide if this particular amount is good price for a land or, you know, how much I should sell what, this is the formula that I just get to fix things into, and it shows me exactly where to go. My name is Debo Adejano. I'm a real estate entrepreneur, MD CEO, Realty Point Limited. They call us the Sack Your Landlord people. And this is Real Estate Business with Debo Adejano. I'll be right back with Real Estate Project Development Appraiser, my rule of thumb formula.
Real estate independence fast track course is not something you want to joke with at all. Loads and loads and loads of learning and information and benefits await you at the next one. All you need to do is ensure that you register for your next fast track course. We're looking forward to seeing you. Do you want to be financially free? I hope you know that you will retire someday, and you probably are desirous of doing business with real estate or investing property for yourself, for your use. You need to learn about it before you make that next move. I tell people, you want to buy properties, you want to invest in property one way or the other, don't do it until you attend the next Real Estate Entrepreneurs Fast Track course. See you there.
Welcome back. Now, so, like I promised you, today I'll be talking about my rule of thumb appraiser formula. How do I appraise my project just off the bat, you know, before I go into the details, the spreadsheets and all of that? That is what I do. It's the same formula anyway, but it's just that I quickly fix in some things, some rule of thumb that guide me into deciding what and what, and I can right there on the spot decide whether a piece of land is a good buy at a particular price for a certain transaction, for a certain development. Yes, I do that. Now, this is the formula. You know that, of course, if you've read anything about appraiser, project appraiser, development project appraiser, and all of that, you would have come across this formula. So if you want to know your profit, it's a combination of a few things. It's a combination of the cost of the land. It's a combination of how much you can sell, what you are developing or what you plan to develop, the cost of construction, okay, and all the fees that you have to pay. Maybe cost of fund fee, agency fee, consultancy, professional fees. It's just a constituent of all of those things, okay? That is it. Basically, you're talking about 5 things. You want to know your profit? It's a function of, that's one, it's a function of the value of the development, okay? In the textbooks, they will call it gross development value, okay? Then, construction cost, all the fees that you can think of, and land cost. That's it. Now, so this is how I just juxtapose that formula. So if I'm negotiating for a piece of land to buy, to develop a property, I just juxtapose that formula and I bring the value of land outside of the box. And I say, okay, value of land would then be equal to gross development value. That is the value of what as in the price I intend to sell what I'm to build. That is the gross development value. The price I intend to sell what I'm to build, okay? That, then I would have to subtract the addition of every other thing from that. Subtract the addition of every other thing from that. So, the cost of construction, maybe rule of thumb using square meter type of finishing. So I say, okay, if it's top finish, maybe I would do like about 160 per square meter. 160,000 per square meter. If it's not so top grade, maybe I will do like about between 90 and 120, per square meter, 1,000 per square meter finishing. If it is really, really low, I do something like 70, 65. That's really, really low, per square meter. So depending on the strata of the socio-economic strata that I'm developing for, I will use some of those per square meter kind of gauge to arrive at my construction cost. Do you get? You get me? So I'll pick my construction cost that way. Then I will look at, okay, cost of fund, how much will I be borrowing? How do I intend to pay back? Stuff like that. I use maybe banking rates to determine what my cost of fund will be. Agency fee, of course, if I'm selling the property, if I'm buying the land, all of those things, I'll put a cost to it. I may not have that of agency fee for the land. I take that out of it because that's part of what I want to determine. So I'll just do the agency fee for the finished property, okay? Once I sell the property, I would have to pay some fees, to the agents that would organize that. Fine, I'll put that there. Then I would also put, professional fees, okay? To design, bill of quantities, to process for approvals and things like that. Or, so I will require some professional fee payments. Do you get that? So I will need to make some professional fees. So I'll put that there, And that's it. I'll add all of those things up and take it away from the value that I intend, the price that I intend to sell that property. Whatever that gives me is my limit spend for the land that I'm about to purchase. Do you get that? That will be my limit spend. So that is how much I'm going to spend, and that includes the agency I'm going to pay on it, the legal fee I'm going to pay on that land purchase. Whatever other costs, where you have customary and all of those kind of things, things that you said to traditional landowning families, we are developing in Nigeria, particularly in the southwest region, you have to include that. So that is the bulk amount I will spend on anything that has to do with land acquisition. And that's how I get to appraise my project, to say, hey, of course, you know that the price I will be selling would have included my margin. And in your gross development value, I tell people, try as a developer to at least get, for a good project, you should get 30%. If it's really, 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 really low income project, probably you want to stay not less than 20%. Okay, in your computation. So you ensure, meaning really, that if you take your gross development value outside, okay, if you take your gross development value outside and add all other costs together, cost of land, cost of building, all the fees you have to pay and all of those, if you had everything together, plus your profit, your margin must not be less than 20% if it's low income development, 30% if it's medium to, luxury development of your gross development value. So usually, if I'm to sell a property for 100 million naira, it means I would have aimed to make at least 30% margin. So in other words, this is another twist of the rule of thumb. A property development consists of, you can say has three major compartments. You can put it that way, 3 major compartments. Although it's actually like about 4, but you can say it has 3 major compartments if you want to make it simpler for yourself. And this is another one that I use. So you say land, okay, land, and then your construction cost and every other cost, fees and all of those things. You put that together into construction. And then your margin. That should make up your gross value of what it is that you are developing. That's the price of what you want to sell. And that should be 33% kind of all across. So land shouldn't be more than 33%. Land and all its costs should not be more than 33%. I mean, if it's more than, that should set off an alarm. That is a red flag for that kind of transaction. No matter how luxurious the site is, of course, the more luxurious the site is, the more upscale the site is, the more it eats into that 30% bracket. But it shouldn't be more than that, okay? So 30%, then your construction cost plus every other cost shouldn't be more than 30%. I mean 33%. 33% for land, 33% for that, and then your margin about 33% also. So that's another twist to it. Do you get? I hope this has benefited you. And next time you have a project, you can quickly appraise. Note also that this is just your first attempt at doing a rough sketch of whether you should even proceed to the detailed appraisal. Because accuracy is very important when it comes to project appraisals. And you get more accurate by the quality of the inputs, the quality of the findings, of your figures that you are feeding into those formulas, into that Excel sheet. That's how you are able to be as accurate as possible. And for you thinking, oh, is it that developers just only make 30%, 20%? What's this guy saying? There's another twist to that. That's a whole different video altogether. And if you check my YouTube channel, this particular channel, you would see where I've discussed how a developer can turbocharge, how you can turbocharge your profits, or put your profit on steroid, how you can make it climb, how it can be 50%, how it can even be 100%, how it can be 200%. And people do that, okay? Check some of my other videos in this channel. If you've not subscribed, wow, you should. What are you waiting for? You should subscribe. We are on our journey to 1,000. I know sometime soon, this will be funny. To hear me say this will be funny. But right now, that is the situation. We are on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. Why not be part of that journey? If you've been enjoying this video, or you've enjoyed this particular one, maybe this is your first time of discovering this channel, you want to click on this button, especially if you're interested in real estate. And I really don't know who shouldn't be. It's not about whether you're into real estate business one way or the other. No, you have to be interested in real estate, because you must aim to at least own a property and also have some property in your portfolio, because real estate constitutes a major part of your wealth building, if not wealth making. So you want to learn about what it is that you want to be using your money to do. So that is why you should subscribe to this channel. Click on the subscription button and on the notification button, so that when we drop another video, you'll be one of the first to know. Talking about pricing and all of that, there is another detailed video on this channel. Check out and you see how I broke down how you can arrive at the pricing of your stuff, what you're selling and things like that. But today was just about the rule of thumb for how to appraise your development. Till I come your way in another episode, I remain yours sincerely, Debo Adejano, in the business of helping you sack your landlord. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe you've enjoyed the video that you just watched. You gained a lot, right? Now, let me share with you where they say it all starts. It's called the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Fast Track Course. It's a 2-all-day event. 2 days fully packed, teaching you about real estate, not just teaching you, showing you real estate stuff that you probably would not know. I'll be teaching you as a real estate entrepreneur, or someone that is buying real estate for personal use or for investment, one way or the other. This is a course you don't want to miss. There is no two of its kind in the market. It's the best that there is in the market, and you want to be there. Guess what? It is absolutely free. If it is about real estate and it is about investing, particularly in Nigeria, this is a course that you want to attend. For the value that you will gain, it is absolutely free. All you need to do right now is to click on the link and register for the next Real Estate Entrepreneurs Fast Track Course. As a real estate entrepreneur or as a owner-occupier of a house, this is a course you don't want to miss. So see you at the next Real Estate Entrepreneurs Fast Track Course. Click the link below and get registered. Looking forward to seeing you there.